Shalom unto the hopeful elect out there. Let me go ahead and start off by giving all the praise and the honor and the glory unto the mighty Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders out of Great Millstone, and much peace and mercy unto the hopeful elect. It's the brother Ayak back at you again, all right, through the Spirit with his holy, mighty, powerful Bible, pushing it unto you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, which are the children of Israel, also known as the chosen people of the Heavenly Father, which is scattered throughout the four winds, which, those are slated to be delivered in these last days. Man, you see in prophecy roll out, getting, that remnant closer and closer to the deliverance, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to speak on something. This won't be a long video, just thinking about, things that are taking place. And, hopefully these are eye-openers for our people, man, okay? That you see America, man, which, this is stolen land. You have to remember that. Also remember we are here serving a punishment. That's what we have to understand that. And also, this is not our rest. This is not our America. You know what I'm saying? This is this is a place where we are serving our enemies. See, even those that are native to here, which really going into the Northern Kingdom, this place is still a temporary home. But at the same time, those that have dominion over this place, these are not your people, and these are people that don't care about you. You know what I mean? I want to point that out. And you have to look at this too, that this is not your rest neither. You understand? You just have to understand that, because whether you are a so-called native, they push you to these I'm thinking the word is what they call it, these different resorted places where they so-called gave you that particular area where you're able to dwell at. And they give you, allow you to have a casino or two, and to have you thinking everything is sweet, man, but it ain't shit sweet. Lord willing, the word comes to me what I'm actually thinking about. And then some of our people that are that remember when Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, those particular, Texas, those particular regions, where they remember, their forefathers, dwelling there and growing crops, this, that, and the third. I understand those things, but right now, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he covet fields, and this is a place that he has coveted. And this is a place where they're not going to give it back to you. You understand? They see this place called America as theirs, and they write the laws, this, that, and the third, and they look at us as useless eaters. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be sad that at the trajectory that this place is headed in. All these nations are angry with this place, and these nations understand that it can't be peace until this individual is taken out of the way. All right, where this individual resides is where missiles are set to be shot at. You understand? So this is why you have to start to remove yourself mentally from this place, man. All the your favorite restaurants or whatever, your favorite sightseeing, all these things. See, all these things are gonna get look extremely different once the Lord is done with this place, okay? And not only that, the Heavenly Father has our own land for us, and we're gonna be beyond okay over there, okay? So anyway, I just want to point out those few things, man. Get back into really the point out of this video. This place, Babylon the Great, which is called modern day America. They're in some trouble, man. All that mischief, meaning trouble, is going to fall upon their own heads. And you seeing it, the confusion is always at going up here. You know what I mean? The confusion is getting pushed higher and higher. Let me just point this out. This article right here says Iran vows retaliation. After U.S. and those Israelis strike reportedly hit a school in Iran, killing more than 40 students and injuring dozens. Okay, so they're out there, killing kids and little girls and things of that nature in the school. And the other headline stated that, this dude, it says it right here, actually, it says Trump launches strike on Iran without congressional approval, killing over 40 students in a school attack. So, this place is just, it's just moving as a, on its own, basically. People are not even in agreements, and they're going to do it, do whatever, they see fit. And and the consequences of that is going to be severe, and they don't care. Like brothers was talking about that a little while ago. Trump said, man, he's perfectly okay with, some casualties of war. Meaning, it'd be, the American people. And these people that sign up for these militaries, and you don't really understand what you're fighting for. Okay, let me get this. This is the book of, I think it's like the book of Isaiah 24 and verse 10. It reads, it says, the city of confusion is broken down. See, so what that means? So broken down meaning, it's crumbling, of course, but also it's broken down when you put something under a microscope. You put it under a microscope and you see this place called America, this melting pot. That it thinks it's the biggest and baddest. It's not actually true. Okay, and you find for politicians that are grimy, and the things that they do on their free time is beyond beyond outrageous, basically. And who would want to fight for those type of individuals? Okay, when you break it down, it's just it's a place that needs to be done away with, man. And everybody should be in agreement. And the nations are angry; they're in agreement with it. Okay, the men of the Lord is in agreement with it. Okay, and Almighty is in agreement with this place got to go. So the confusion lies here, because you would think that the people that are going to fight for the war, you would think that, like, they have some type of confidence that this place is going to be okay, but no, they're confused. They're like, yeah, I don't know about this. Okay, you just don't know about it. Everything here, man. The lifestyles that they push, it's confusion. So it makes you, sit down and scratch your head at the end of the day. For our people joining for joining for these frat houses, you join these gangs, this, that, and the third. You doing time, and you thinking, man, damn, man, I was confused. Exactly. This place, helps with the confusion. It helps you be more and more confused. You don't know who Yahweh. You don't know what Christ looks like. When you get down dealing with America, you don't know if Christ is on your side or not. And he never. He's not on this. He's not on the side of these. Especially, he's not on the side of any of these heathens, but especially Esau, Edom. Man, he's extremely not on their side, man. So much judgment is already slated for America as a whole, especially you kings of the earth. Okay, the Heavenly Father. That's why he's already getting stirring everything up. That there can be a World War III, and he also is having people end up in the Middle East, going into the Valley of Jehoshaphat, meaning the valley of decision, getting ready for, where he's going to, plead with them, via the sword, where he's going to, give them that judgment for all the things that they did, fighting against, Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? That tells you that in Joel, the 2nd or 3rd chapter, I believe. But anyway, the point is, the city of confusion is broken down. Okay, and it's broken down. You're not going to be able to, put it together. It's going to be shattered to so many pieces. You're not going to be able to put it together. Every house is shut up that no man can come in, and you're seeing what that's starting to look like with every house being shut up, because you're seeing that shit ain't sweet. Shit ain't sweet, man. You know what I'm saying? And pretty soon, this war is going to be on the doorsteps of these American citizens. Okay. Let me get that in the book of Habakkuk. I'm going to close it out. It's Habakkuk 2. We're going to run it to where was that? 15, I believe. Oh, 13. Habakkuk 2 and 1. It says, the Lord answers again. That's the headline. It says, I will stand up upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And that's exactly what Habakkuk did. He wrote it down, and he made it plain as he can. And brothers are just trying to add on to that, make it, even playing, make it in 4K, man. Okay, for the vision is yet for a appointed time, but the end it shall speak. So the visions, not only from Habakkuk, from all the prophets, were all for a appointed time. And we are in the end times, and therefore it's speaking, okay, and not lie. And never, there's no lie with these scriptures, man. Okay, you could do nothing against the truth, only for it, man. Though it seemed like it was taking a while to wait for it, because it would surely come. It will not tarry. And now that it's here, you've seen it, and you can't say, oh, man, and it's going to be, 20, 30 years from now. No, it has not tarried any longer. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. See, there's visions for a appointed time. You see these things, man. The soul of the wicked is not right, okay? And what you see in the just live by his faith, even though a lot of people don't believe what bros are saying, and that's fine, man. You know what I'm saying? That the faith is a gift, you know what I'm saying? And not everybody has that gift of faith, and and who cares? I mean, what if some don't believe, man? All right, Romans the 3rd chapter, okay. Okay, continuing on. It's just, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. And that's, his philosophy, his agreements, his negotiations, he breaks those. I was just watching that right now, that Iran said, they don't agree with his agreement of no missiles for them, for Iran. They said they don't agree with that. And they said they're not applying for a damn ceasefire. He said we don't care about any of those things. We never spoke about that. He said last time you try to call himself negotiating with the white man, he said in the middle of negotiations, and the white man started bombing him. So his track record is there, man. He's a proud man, neither keep it at home, and who enlarges his desire as hell. See, so what he desires is not what the average person desires. His desire is as hell, man. Bringing a hell's condition upon people, man. And he keep it not at home. And all that keeping not at home is gonna be a price to pay with it. Okay. So now he's not at home, he's out there causing havoc, and now you're not he not busy making friends for sure. He's busy making enemies, man. With this new generation called it making ops, man. Okay, and it's as death and cannot be satisfied. So how can you make a deal with an individual that can't be satisfied? And they're gonna say some shit, but he gonna renege on you. Okay, but gathered unto him all nations, and he put unto him all people. So you want other nations to have them to be just like he is. Want to dress like you and to think like he does. And it says, woe to the Chaldeans, which we kind of got into that earlier. The characteristics of the Chaldeans, man. This is the old daughter of the Chaldeans today. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. So he increasing oil, this, and the third, is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with the clay. This woe to you. Okay, nigga owe everybody. Nigga call himself hurting, putting sanctions on people, hurting them, but he really hurting them own self, which ultimately hurts the American people, which he say he's for, but you see he don't care, man. And nigga said people's lives gonna be lost. He wasn't talking about his, man. Shall not they rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. See, you niggas gonna looking to come up off you, man. Niggas gonna look to make a name. And also, niggas gonna look to spoil you, meaning to get back. You know what I mean? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, meaning destroyed, and all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Those that are left over. You know what I mean? Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. And that's what he's doing. He's looking to fortify and continue to gain profits, to buy more military, this, that, and the third, whatever his ideas are. Okay, but what? It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people and hast sinned against thy own soul. See, so that nigga a marks man. When he cutting off people and this, that, and third, as if he can't be cut off. That's why he thinks he's God, man. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. And this is Mo. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. And that's what you see, man. You're laboring in vanity. That's what's going on here. So everything that this place is established on and what its so-called future is, it's all vanity, man. Okay, it ain't gonna add up to nothing. Okay, this place is here today, gone tomorrow, man. Okay, it says again, but it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall wear themselves for very vanity. So it's not, oh yeah, I love God and I've created all these fires around. You know what I mean? I've burnt every bridge and now I'm about to labor in that fire. It's gonna come to nothing, man. You're gonna look around and all the bridges are burnt, and that's just really his so-called allies, man. Everybody gonna turn their back on this place, like it tells you in that movie Carrie. It says they're all gonna laugh at you, man. See, they're gonna mock your ass to, you know, the other nation's gonna get the last laugh. Ultimately, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua gonna get the last laugh in that remnant. But the other nations too, man, they're gonna be, happy once you go down. It doesn't, override the judgment that's coming for them as well. Let's never forget that. But just right now, for America that's feeling themselves, um, rejoice in that, man, because that's only for a short moment of time, and then time is up, man. Okay, I'll leave it at that for right now. I just wanted to touch upon that. Lord willing, I'm able to continue to push until next time. Shalom.